Hello, hello, hello. My name is NicholassRivas, and I talk about politics and stuff. And today we're going to be talking about the UFC card that just happened. I'm losing my mind. It was incredible. This was the greatest Rocky moment I've ever seen, or one of the greatest. I feel like it's not really hitting me. Like, I feel like I should be more in awestruck because it was a good card. It was really fun. It was crazy to see all of this, but at the same time, I'm also I kind of expected it, so I guess maybe that's why I'm not in shock. But we can definitely talk about it. This is now, I guess the rule of thumb now. If you think a card's gonna be boring, it's probably gonna be the best card. I know I thought the same with Juliana Pena when she was fighting Amanda Nunes. I thought this was gonna just be a boring fight. I thought, we've seen it all with Amanda Nunes. We're just gonna see it again. But then a part of me started thinking more about the fight. Like, she's getting complacent with her career. Also, she's post COVID. We haven't really seen how she functioned with the with a post COVID lung. It really did take her out. It seemed like initially. And she won, or Juliana Pena won. So I was kind of in the right of like. I'm not gonna say kind of. I was in the right. I knew Juliana Pena was gonna win, given the new baby for Amanda and her wife, and COVID and her complacency. And I said the same thing before. Follow my Twitter, by the way, because I said this before the Leon fight. I said, Kamaru's good. I think he's pound for pound the greatest, but he's gonna get complacent. And I knew it. I knew come a fifth round. I didn't say this though. I'm gonna be real. I didn't admit that post round 4 he was just gonna start dropping his arms a little and putting his defensive, because that's what happened. And people say there's this kind of luck involved with UFC, like any sport. But there also is the levels and skills, and I think in the case of Kamaru, he did get complacent, and I think Leon capitalized on that. So it's a bit of luck for both parts, right? Like, you can never fully be champ forever. Things will catch up to you. Time is the undefeated champ, right? And I think we saw that with Kamaru dropping a lot, letting that kick hit. But there's also just those free kicks. I mean, the Tony v Chandler kick. I don't know anybody who would have predicted that. Like I didn't see Tony destroying him in the first few rounds. I didn't see Tony then getting knocked out right after with a head kick. Like, nobody did, and that's the beauty of the sport. Like that, these I wouldn't say freak accidents, but these like like these once in a lifetime hits that would only land perfectly, right? Like, that's the beauty of the sport. And I think in the case of Kamaru, he fought his heart out. He was beating him with the points, and it just caught up to him. It's just an amazing fight. I did call it, though. I did call it. I'm not going to deny that. I called it. God, I shouldn't have started with Kamaru because I guess I'm just so in shock of it all. But it's just weird. It's so weird to hear and see. And I think Kamaru really did put his heart out, and Leon had the Rocky moment. That I guess that's all that really matters when you think about it, because we've been saying this for years, is like, who's gonna really rival Kamaru. And I thought it was Colby. I thought it was gonna be Colby, but as the fight got closer and closer, I thought, oh my God, Leon looks hungry. Leon looks good. I'm not gonna say I was 100% confident that Leon was gonna destroy, but it proved anything can happen anywhere. This sport is crazy. I think that was the general reaction. This sport, man, this sport. That's all I kept seeing was people saying, like, man, this sport. So yeah, I mean, this is one of the only sports where you really could cause a miracle. Like, I know in the case of like the Atlanta Falcons versus the Patriots, nobody saw that, and those upsets I wouldn't say are as common as something like UFC, where anything can happen. Any combat sport, anything can happen. If you don't think you can, then like, you've never seen a combat sport. The Tyson Fury versus Ruiz, the Tyson. It's always Tyson. Sorry, Tyson. Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz. The Tyson versus is it Buster? Is it Buster Douglas? I can't remember for the life of me now. But yeah, I mean that's the beauty of this sport is you just never know. But I did feel kind of sad. Kamaro's run made me feel sad because I don't think he's gonna bounce back from it. We'll see. I mean that's just the sport, man. The sport is brutal. The sport is painful. Anything can happen, but damn, that sucks to go out like that. And I know it's really too early to call, but I just at that age, how do you recover from that at that age, you know? So I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see, but I can't see a world where he comes back and is normal. I mean, I can't see, like, with Nunes, at least she it was like a choke. She wasn't getting knocked out. So I think there was a chance for her to come back, but with Kamaru, this is gonna be a tough road. It's gonna be a tough road, and we might see kind of the end of the era of Trevor Whitman's greatest coaching career. Not to shun the other fights, I'm just still in shock of what just happened. But on some smaller notes, we do have the fights of we have the Costa fights, which were incredible. Costa versus Rockhold was great. No one's gonna deny that. They were just the funnest fights that nobody saw coming. I think myself and everyone else thought Rockhold was just gonna get knocked out, right? Like, I mean, who thought he was gonna put up that good of a fight? I'm impressed. That's how I would want to go out if that was my career. I would want to go out like that. I don't want people to say like he's just gonna get knocked out and then give him that. Like, that would just hurt. He went out there and fought one of the toughest guys who at this point I want to like Costa. I think he is funny and he is a good fighter. He's just not smart. I'm not saying him as a person is dumb, but his intelligence when it comes to fighting is really weird. It's okay to be like a Chandler and sometimes just say fuck it, let's swing it out. Let's not be methodical with this, which most people like Adesanya aren't going to do that. People like the champion mindsets are going to do that, but the fun fighters that are remembered forever will. And so I respect that of Chandler and Costa, because I feel like sometimes they'll just put their heart on their sleeve and just start banging it out. But I don't see Costa ever touching the title ever. His like lack of, like, he put his hand down again every time he was feeling damage, and he would just laugh and smile. Like, dog, Luke can hurt you. Like, don't. I know Luke isn't the knockout guy that he is, but he was getting damaged on stuff that he could have avoided. This just made Costa's stock in my mind shrink, and he's been shrinking in my mind, like, with the Vettori fight, with the Adesanya fight. I just saw a very just pathetic attempt of, like, not really changing your game plan and blaming everything else, and I can't stand shit like that. Like, take your L, take it like a man. It might be an excuse of his Portuguese to English, but I don't know, man. It felt wrong to see him that way. I feel like I blabbered too much, so I don't want to go too long, but I think seeing Jose Aldo also just get oh, that's me, get kind of fatigued that quick really hurt. But I do love Merab, so I think we're in the era of where we're seeing a lot of legends just kind of take the decline from Max to Aldo to shit, even Kamaru. So, it's been a crazy era, and we're probably entering a new one. But we'll see with the Adesanya versus Pereira. I think it's a good time to end it here. So thank you. Love you all very much. UFC Sunday. New videos every other day. Goodbye.